Okay, so next question. LDO, Opium, Armor are at their lows. Is it a good time to buy more? And I guess these are longer term holds. I mean, well, we can't tell you what to do. That would be investment advice. I can tell you what I'm personally doing. To me, everything I personally invest in is a long-term hold because I don't need the money now. I can let my investments ride. I'm not a trader. I don't have time to trade. So for me, everything is long-term. I'm not even. I'm barely checking the price. I check my staking yield and yield farming yield more than I check the price. But that's kind of the mindset I have. Now, I don't personally buy Mo or dollar cost average. Typically, I find good projects that our team of engineers gives a score of 80% or higher based on code reviews. Once that's good, then I like to put about 5% of my portfolio into that as a long-term investment. And then I just kind of wait. Then after a while, I'll take profits. But for now, I'm not taking profits at the moment. I'm just passively earning yield. Now, one of the liquidity pools actually did end on 1inch exchange. So that might change things. Because going here, right, the farming pools available on 1inch, they closed a ton of them, right? So they still have Torn and Opium. Vesper, actually, we just covered this project recently with our customers. We did a code review on this last week. Definitely worth keeping an eye on. But if you go here to everything that's ended, LDO has ended. So I did this for about a month. So I put in about 13 grand and earned about 1,600 in 1inch. So I'll be claiming this probably today. And all these other pools also ended. Yeah, I'm not sure why they stopped. I guess they're just running out of tokens or they have time frames. So liquidity might be drying up as a result. But I still believe in this project long term. But I'll probably take out everything from the pools because it makes no sense to be in the pools and take on the risk of impermanent loss if you're not being paid for it. Forrest, what do you think about these projects?
I'm not personally invested in any of these three. I like the derivatives space right now with Opium Network. It is getting a little bit crowded, a little bit competitive. But I know Opium, I believe, scored really well on the code review. So if I had to pick any of these three, it would probably be Opium.
Okay, so actually a person has a question here. What's long-term, says Emmanuel. Good question. Well, it varies. I mean, long-term varies. Like investing is so personal. That's why it's very hard to even like give out exact numbers. But I would say in general, in crypto, long-term is 6 months. I would say 6 months is long-term in crypto. But ideally, long-term would be a year and longer. Basically, long-term capital gains tax treatment. So I would say real long-term is 12 months or longer. But in crypto, things move probably 100 times compared to equities. So long-term could be 6 months. But to me, long-term is kind of set and forget, right? You invest in it. It's kind of like buying Bitcoin back in 2013. Like, what's long-term then? Long-term is 2015, 2020, 2030. It varies. There's some people who never plan to sell their Bitcoin until it's at $1 million. So everything varies. Bill, could you maybe do some TA on these projects since our customers our audience has a huge interest in it? Let's begin with LDO.
Okay, I'm pulling up LDO now.
Okay.
Okay, I have Opium first. Is the symbol just Opium?
Yeah, that works too. Any of those three.
Let me get that. Okay, so here's Opium, right? 4 hours from Uniswap. Right here, that's buyers coming in after everybody spent the entire month of February giving up. So my guess is Opium is a good play. What's the other symbol?
LDO.
Okay, so again, this is kind of classic, right? This live stream, everyone, sometimes we have these shows and everyone's like, oh my God, I missed it. I didn't get here in time. You know what, folks? You got here right on time because all of this stuff has been hammered while we've been waiting for the legacy problem, right? And when I was talking about D3, like, I'm not kidding. So this stuff looks like bargain basement prices. What's the third symbol?
Armor.
Okay, so this is your retracement game. All right, so here's what happened to Armor. You know, there was obviously some negative news and everyone bailed right there. Okay, here is the 62% retracement level around 80. Okay, so 80 cents. I think if you saw this coming back above 80 cents, it would confirm that the bulls were in control. I think if the bulls do get control of this, it's going to go a lot higher. And here's why, right? Oh, okay. So this was the prior support point around 75 or 80 cents. And on this hack, they flushed everybody out, right? Everyone up here who paid between 80 cents and $2 probably gave up and got washed out. And that means anyone coming into this is going to be old buyers who got frustrated and want back in, along with new buyers. So all of these coins have got a similar look.
Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com.